online. I don't care where you are. Facebook, pictures, all the pictures you sent me. I mean, I got 100 photos from you there. And I'm looking at them. I've sent them to everybody, all my friends and everybody. But when you get here and see that, it's like, wow, that's a lot bigger than what I anticipated. I was thinking something more along these lines starting back here.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, man, that's impressive. Like, unbelievable.
Your enthusiasm is the motivation for us because we are so thankful that you see it, and that's the hardest thing to convey to the public.
I spent a year and a half at least, researching these things. We have to drive a lot further distances and use this to tow, mostly highway, but on average it's not 15 or 20 miles drop it at a depot.
Sure.
It's 150 miles drop it at a depot.
You cited an interesting fact. Canada has
about 340 million people, give or take. 40 million people.
And America
Canada
has
330, 340.
Right.
Our land mass is probably almost double.
Yeah.
So to give you an idea. The reason I did so much research is because I knew that if whatever I'm getting, it's got to be the best.
Right.
Because I have to go so far. I know when I look at something, the difference between quality and just, okay, right? And this is bar none. Well, yeah, nicer than anything I've seen, yeah. And you can just tell, just the feel of it, even the saw, like just the whole dynamic. And I haven't even really seen it all. I've watched it a million times on YouTube. But
your statement, I hear it all the time. It doesn't, the pictures and vids don't do it justice. So what do we need to do? What's the constructive criticism? Tell me. Because I buried you with pictures.
There and watch it a couple times. I've already made a joke back at home there to the guys that I do a lot of business with, a car dealership in Moncton. They're pretty big. I said, listen, when I get back there, I'm going to have to test this thing out in the parking lot.
and that's no problem. Actually, we got the one that's here. I'd like to ride around the block so you can see what it's like. That's not a problem.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind checking it out.
Because it's actually pretty much the same truck.
There's stuff in the bed, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Holy jeez.
I mean, that was a big bump.
The rides, every bit
amazing.
if not better, I would say. Based on some of those giant holes you just hit. One I see you picking up all the time. This thing here's been lifted more than anything I've ever known. Oh, my truck.
Right.
Yeah. There we go.
Because it's good for you to see the overhang.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
See how much distance you have?
Yeah.
Which now means you'll be able to tow that from the back and not have to.
Oh, wow. That's unreal, eh? Yeah, and the truck still sits reasonably level, eh?
Yeah, and it's the helpers. See how much those helpers are hanging, pushing all the weight, dispersing it, over a longer span, and this is why you get the longevity.
Wow. Yeah, incredible. Incredible, eh?
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better.
Yeah, no.
Truck to demo with.
Yeah,
no. And that rake is going to get under
just about
a low vehicle. Anything a wrecker can do, that's going to do.
Absolutely.
If it had flat tires, then the wrecker's not going to do it, and neither are we.
Yeah.
You're going to have to take the jack and jack it up.
Yeah. Incredible. Wow. Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, she's unreal, eh?
So, safe to say, you feel that you made the right choice.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I don't even have it on the truck yet. I haven't, that's the girlfriend. I haven't slept probably, I don't know, about a month.
Excited?
I'm so excited trying to get here and get this done, right? Because I think I started talking to you, about 6 months ago, and you were probably like, oh, well, I don't know, crazy Canadian. I might be coming, might not be. But no, I told you I was going to be here. I'm here. So, yeah, and like we were just talking about, like back home, it looks, what's that? Oh, bicycle carrier.
Yeah, right. They're going to have no idea.
No.
It's a boat launch ramp helper.
Just drove 2 days
to get here.
So 2,100 kilometers. So what's that? 1,600 miles.
Wow.
to get here, flying back from Detroit to my city, and then a few weeks later, flying back, and then driving again. So that alone is pretty well a testament to, if you're going to do something, you do it right, or you don't do it at all.
No,
that's
thank you.
how I was raised, right?
Yeah.
And my research is, bar none, you have the best product in North America.
Man, and I can't wait to have your truck in there and testing it,
Yeah.
just like we were testing that one, and you get the driver home. you know?
No, I mean, we're ecstatic. Like, we're just running around telling everybody, talking about it. It's big news in New Brunswick. There's not many people. So.
We're honored. We're honored. Yeah, you can see
Yeah,
it.
this is sweet, eh?
If you notice in the factory, they came with 4 leaf springs in the main pack. So now we only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
So they added 3.
3 plus.
And that's what this little truck needed
Yeah.
to compensate for the weight of the unit. We added a little bit more to give it, a head start for when you do put a load on it,
Yeah.
but it's not so excessive that it looks, unordinary or excessively like a dragster. It doesn't look like the SNs,
Yeah. So now, what if I noticed some of these guys that are coming in here, they got big lift kits on them, like they got 3.5 inch lifts or 4 inch lifts, or how you doing that?
And each truck is a case by case. Every truck, some trucks could come in the factory with 3 leaf springs, 4 leaf springs, 2 leaf springs. So then we need to compensate for each truck that comes in, because you don't know how the dealer spec'd it from the factory. Snowplow package, no snowplow package. Camper package, no camper package.
Depends on what code you got.
Well,
get yourself a good quality Allen key, and you got nice fittings and nice fasteners.
Yeah, the taper head Allen bolts are nice flush fitting. You do have to push down on them hard. You can't start it with a gun.
Well, it would start too with a good
they
quality.
They won't strip out if you're pushing down and doing it by hand and then putting the gun later. But honestly, the best thing to do is
that
push
comes
down.
with a little bit of mechanical knowledge,
right?
Too. I mean, I'm not going to ask some guy that's never worked on nothing before to tug these off.
Well, and those are the guys that call and say, "Why'd you do that? They strip out so easy." Well, they don't strip out when you push down on it.
It's like anything. There's a lot of common sense involved. So.
Right.
But
we like them just because, again, it's flush fitting and go out with it real quick. Let me show you something.
Nice. Yeah, the fit and finish.
Go out.
So
don't hit close. Close around the tire is the verbiage. Open so you can leave. So if you hit close, they're going to pop open.
Yeah. So out.
Yeah. All the connections are right underneath these draw plates and pivot plates. So if for some reason you need to service those, replace an O-ring, whatever it need be, take this pin out, and this pin out, and that's going to allow you to take the whole assembly and shove it left or right, 6 inches, 12 inches, leave the hoses hooked up, and now you can get on top of that fitting very easily, and it's so easy to locate the pin through the bushing of the cylinder. You follow me?
Yeah, again, something the average handyman can do yourself, right? Without having to take it to a shop or whatever.
Very easy to work on.
Yeah. This beam that comes in and out here.
Yeah. This
How
is actually
much-
the wear
how
pad.
How often does this require grease? I
No.
noticed you put it on the bottom there.
Only the bottom, never the top.
Okay.
I only want grease on the side here because it's got a snap ring.
Yes.
So I want to protect that
Yeah.
from the chemicals and the road and the salt and the corrosion.
Yeah.
Same on this side. Anywhere there's a snap ring, I want to make sure that cavity is filled. So it's only an inconvenience to you wiping out the grease and the snap ring comes
Yeah.
out like butter. Otherwise, you're going to cuss me out because you're going to have to chip away at it and
Yeah.
pry it out and all that crap.
And I know it's in your manual that you sent me, but how often is the grease on the bottom? Like just
Every 30
what-
toes is
Yeah.
what we're going to say to grease it.
I'm a maintenance and
Good.
You
I
know,
love
I'm
it.
big on maintenance and cleanliness and stuff. Like
Sure.
I don't drive a dirty truck. This will always be clean, maintained. Is there anything on here that I should be careful with a pressure washer? You know,
No.
you go to the garage, pressure washer.
Nothing.
Right.
Pressure wash
Right.
the crap out of it.
Right.
I love
Yeah.
seeing that. I love seeing the top of the tubes and the side of the tubes pressure washed and wiped down clean. Get the road because it'll look brand new. This is
Yeah.
sandblasted and powder coated, so
Yeah,
it takes
well,
a lot.
I want it to look decent, right?
Yeah, and then you can
So-
always touch it up.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Like I said, soon as I leave here and get back home, my other truck is at the shop where I'm just going to trade them for a day.
Sure.
And I'm going to have the whole truck and this undercoated.
Okay.
I don't think it should bother anything, you know, just fluid fill.
No, you
Yeah.
won't have a problem. The only thing that you're not going to want to do is get undercoating on
Yeah,
the
so
draw
I'll
cylinders.
mention that to him.
You know, once a year, put the double batteries we got in the back, put them on a
Yeah.
trickle charge just to
Yeah.
maintenance them, you know. You guys do so much driving
So
that
are
you're not going to
these
probably
are
have to.
charging off of the truck?
It is,
Okay.
the alternator. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a positive and negative.
Okay.
Let's go over that real quick.
Yeah. Oh, sweet.
So if
yeah,
this
the box
thi-
is nice, eh? Wow.
If this thing is kicked out like that, that's
Yeah.
bad. It needs to be in.
Okay.
If it's kicked out, the alternator's not charging those batteries. There's
Okay.
still power in the batteries
Yeah.
until you drain them. You know what I'm saying? That there's one more. Here's the spare fuses.
Yeah.
Those zip tied to it. There's one more underneath the hood I want you to see real quick.
Okay. Yeah. This here.
Yeah, push it. See it came out? Yep.
Yeah.
Now push the arm back in.
Well, okay. Oh,
Yep,
that's
now
like
we're live. Yep. So
that's
you
a
got to
few.
make sure that for a bump or some stupid reason it didn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have an effect on that, which it shouldn't. So I really want you to see what it's like. I mean, we can lift that diesel if you want real quick, and you can just tell.
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, like the front of that truck?
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
You can even go out all the way.
Yeah. So right now I'm going open, close, open, out.
And then once you hear it bottom out, you want to stop. Once you hear it, go
Yeah.
keep going. Did you hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, now look at the pitch and the distinct sound difference in the,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
I'd hit close, tap it. One more. And now I'd go down, feel it, bump it up once when you feel it hit the ground. That way you know you're hovering. There's no sensors to go bad. There's no, you know, if you can't feel that, then you shouldn't be in a tow truck.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean?
Yeah. I can feel it right there.
Right.
Yeah.
So, again, no sensors to go bad, none of
Yeah.
that stuff. So
No.
now you just want to get somewhat. You don't have to be perfect because
Yeah.
you got the jaws open.
Now I can see really good there.
And you'll be able to just get those forks somewhat close, you know, to the center of the plate. You know
So
what I mean?
got it. Like I've already feel like the ground must
Yeah,
have.
so you can bump it up a little bit. Exactly.
there.
And now before you hit close, I will go down all the way.
Yeah. Well, so I would typically. This is a big truck, so I got lots of ground clearance there.
Yep, I'd go down until you feel it.
Yeah.
Yep, perfect. Till you feel it, hit it. Let it, you
Yep,
know.
it's down there now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying feel the tire hit the crossbar.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, absolutely.
Boom. Now close all the
You're
way.
in, yeah.
And then up all the way.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Up. Hold it all the way. Keep going. Keep going.
Is that high enough?
Okay, go all the way. Okay, we can get out now. Put it in
Okay.
park.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Now, not that you'd want to tow a truck bigger than your truck, but it
Well,
certainly is
no,
nice to
yeah.
know that if you were in a real pickle,
Yeah.
I mean, look at how she's
Yeah.
sitting. I mean,
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, it's like you said. Right now,
you can tell the truck's overloaded.
Well, yeah.
But you're tauling a freaking
bottom
diesel.
line
And,
is
and
this-
again, we're not supposed to be
That's
doing
why I
this.
said to you, are we supposed to lift the front of that thing?
No, and I just want to show you
Yeah.
that a minivan should not wear this unit out.
No.
We didn't build it so you could haul things bigger than your truck. We built it so
of course not.
it's not going to wear out doing everyday towing.
Now, if you're going to haul something that's bigger than you are, then you got to go to the next level, right?
Right.
Yeah. That's why I came all the way here.
Because of the
There's
performance
lots.
and the,
There's everybody's got competition, and that's never going to change in life. But there's, this is bar none the best there is. Yeah. You can tell just for the fit and finish, everything about it is. Yeah.
So again, you researched us. You wanted it. So now that you're here and you finally did
Atlantic,
it.
Canada. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, how long?
That's a pretty solid testament. To,
How many days?
About 2 days. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Honestly, it's been flawless. Yep. I dropped it off over the holidays. We agreed that, there's some days here, days there.
Right.
You called me on your, you'd said this many days. You'd basically sent me a picture.
Yeah, throughout the process.
Yeah.
Kept the communication. You were never wondering.
Yeah.
You were never in the dark where your build was at.
I believe it's your wife was emailing me and, and then I watched it on Facebook. So I was like, yeah, okay. Text me when you're done.
So I'm excited for you to get back and show everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's not a lot of Canadians that had this. Canada was one of the last to embrace the self-loader. I remember years they're like, nope, don't want them. We're too cold up here. You can keep it.
Well,
we don't want the moving parts.
I don't see a problem. I don't. As long as you maintain this thing and grease it and keep the maintenance on it
and tighten it.
Yeah, I don't see a problem.
Anything that you'd like to tell the viewers that you think that would be helpful for them?
I guess it all depends on what you're doing. Like,
Sure.
I'm a firm believer of quality.
Right.
Pay now or pay later is the old saying, right?
Yeah.
So, you might as well do it, pay up front, particularly where this is something that this is my work, this is my job.
Yeah.
I don't want to be using something substandard or inferior that I'm constantly working on or breaking down. I mean, you want, when it's your job, you want the best.
And
right?
that's
it's no
the
different
reality.
than the carpenter with the tools.
Yeah.
He doesn't want the Sears stuff. He wants, the best, right?
100%.
Yeah.
And you did.
So-
You bypassed a lot of grief and headache by getting our unit and not having the same inherent issues that you'd have with the other
Yeah.
one. So
Yeah.
I'm really proud of you for
Yeah, right on, man.
sticking to your guns. And I know it's a 2-day drive. It's a lot, and
Yeah.
I really appreciate
it's
you
an-
and the missus for coming.
It's a lot more expense for us too. Don't forget, there's
Yeah,
a 40%
yeah,
exchange
yeah.
rate right now. We're paying.
But
at
that's
least,
a great. Now, what
know.
do you say to somebody that's considering it? Because as we talked about earlier, that's a drop in the bucket of what she's going to produce.
Yeah.
You can't even consider that. 5
That's
years
why-
later, you're not even going to think about how I paid 40%
That's why I said
more.
pay now or pay later.
Right.
So you know what I mean? One way or another, you're going to end up paying. If you
Agreed.
go the cheap route, you're going to pay it out in downtime and maintenance and whatnot. If you just pay it up front, get it done with, then you got a good quality product. And
And you're just going to go over diagonally over the tire.
yeah. Now, I have a set of those now on our float
Yep.
that I sometimes use. I find that it's hard to know, do you want to
Indent the tire? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the new straps always loosen up.
Yeah,
So
they seem
if you
to.
got it dented down and it's this far down, it's going to loosen up to this far. So you really want to reach it down. 100%. That's the best thing you can do is
So
have
that's
a big
from
intake.
that to there. What do we got?
Those
these
are
here?
for short chaining. Say that you wanted to use the frame fork or you wanted to just short
Yeah.
chain,
Okay.
grab it around the axle, go through here, the bottom of this, at the top of this.
Okay.
Now when it lifts up, it binds together.
Yeah.
Now you can short chain, it's called. So
Yeah.
there are provisions for short chaining. Again, if you wanted to just put that crossbar on the front end and sling it like you would old style,
Yeah.
you could.
Awesome. I can tell you right now, this thing drives better than it did.
Yeah, you think so?
Well, yeah, just on this ice here. You got a little weight in the back with a good shock on. That's
Right, left, go
that's
left.
kind of a no-brainer.
Now this is a real bumpy ass road
Yeah.
that normally would have been, really, you couldn't have a conversation and tow a car.
No, even with all the ice on it and stuff here, right?
Yeah, I mean, how
fantastic.
soft is that?
Oh, it's beautiful. Like I said, it's better than it was. Guaranteed. It's better than my 2500.
Yeah, that was a big bump.
Yes, sir. Take the traction control off.
Right.
Just have to cowboy it up.
Right.
Yeah, you guys want to
You
get
keep
in the
straight.
truck. I didn't make you sign a waiver. So one of my pet peeves with these trucks is on certain bumpy roads, the doors rattle.
Yeah.
That's a GM thing.
Okay.
Has been for years.
I wonder if it's the case now.
Well, yeah, particularly on these trucks. But now I notice with this suspension you've got on the back here and that weight that we've added, I don't hear the doors.
Really?
Yeah.
You did before?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So no, you've definitely, it's definitely tuned the suspension for sure.
I'm sure that weight of the rear end probably helps a lot in this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah. You're not, you can just send her, right?
And a lot of what we're hearing right now is that spare tire just clonking around in the back.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean,
It'd be even nicer if the spare tire wasn't back there.
You don't even know it's there. That's the nice part. You don't even know it's there. It's just like
You want
driving
to pick
around.
up something else, that great truck or anything, so you can see the distance? When you tow pickup trucks from the back, that's the...
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so
these
yeah,
your
pull
guys'
around.
trucks here?
Yeah, go ahead and grab any one of those you want.
So you're rolling in. You kind of want to line up a little bit with your mirrors, I'm assuming. All right.
To some degree.
Yeah. So I would go like first timer here. So out all the way.
Once it goes out, then pop close. Hold it for a couple milliseconds.
Okay.
Boom.
Close.
One more.
Am I too close to that truck?
One more. Boom. Now go down. So you feel
Now
it.
go down.
Yeah, exactly, right there's fine. Now, before you hit close, I would go down all the way and feel it again, because
Okay.
the higher you go, the harder it is for that arm to wrap around that tire.
Okay.
The easier it is. You know what I mean?
Right there.
Yeah. Now, if you start seeing those arms get closed by the ground, you
Yeah.
bump it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would, till I felt it bump, keep going.
Yeah.
Till I felt it bump, then I'd go down all the way. There you go. Now feel it bump. Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
There.
Now close.
Close. Closed.
Up.
Up.
Move it all the way. Keep going.
There you go.
Now, we have enough room to just
open
simply
that tailgate.
right, and that's huge. Once
Oh,
we
yeah.
have that, now you see how it was
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah, they still got 4 inches there.
right. Oh, it does it automatic. Look at that.
Yeah,
Wow.
this truck does it automatically.
So as long as you have that distance, now you're guaranteed that you can take a sharp corner and
Yeah.
not have to worry about smashing this $1,500 tailgate.
So now, technically, this thing ready
Can
to go.
drive. Yes, that's another thing that it's so important to stress upon. People have this misconception that you can't tow with it all the way extended.
Yeah.
BS. Yes, you can.
Well, I would.
I would rather it
Why,
be that
why
way.
why would you bring it in? You don't want to take the chance of...
And you would if you were hauling something that you shouldn't be and
Yeah.
you needed the front end weight, then
Yeah.
you'd be worried about.
Yeah.
But at this point, there's no reason. If
Yeah.
you should, the tow truck is always supposed to be the biggest truck in the equation. So if this is a 1500, it's the same bed, it's the same
Yeah.
everything.
I pick up 1, 2 of these a year. That'd be about it.
Sure.
It's mostly half tons, small cars, SUVs, vans, stuff like that. Most guys that have these trucks are working them.
Gotcha. Yeah.
know.
Well, and again, you have the comfort of knowing that it's not going to be something that, willy-nilly, is it going to
Yeah.
work? Keep your fingers crossed. No, you went to Detroit Record.
Yeah.
You're not scared. Let's go. Get it done.
Yep.
No matter what comes your way, you're going to be able to handle it,
Yeah.
And quite honestly, you paid for that,
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, even if you have to pick it up from the front, keys, please.
Well, and that's where you get the comfort of knowing that you didn't buy a slouch.
Yeah, that's right. They probably just drop their jaw and go, "Take my keys, man."
So, what do you think?
I'm ecstatic. I'm like a freaking kid at Christmas time with his new toy, right?
Who wants free toes when you get back home?
That's right.
I was teasing, some of the guys I work with there. We got an old truck at the shop. I said, I'm going to be coming back and going right to the yard and picking it up and dropping it off.
Let's get another picture with us.
Excellent product. I can't say enough. Well, I didn't travel all this way to buy junk, so that should be a staple in itself.
We appreciate it.
Good luck, man.
Drive safe.